Imagine going out of your house in rural Uttar Pradesh, standing outside, having a chai, someone working just beside you, putting a tent for a wedding, someone is, playing with his friends or her friends, right? This is the situation. Okay, some people are, waiting for an auto rickshaw, some people are waiting to go home from work, it's afternoon, it's evening time, right? And suddenly, a gusty storm just takes over, kills more than 100 people. Like, it's the government data, it's slightly above 100, around 150 people, kills around 200 animals. The casualty is huge. Okay, and this is not a cyclone, this is not a coastal area, this is Uttar Pradesh, the hinterland of India. But the question is, was there any warning? Yes, there was a warning. The Meteorological Department of India did give a warning, but it was partial. Like, it was semi right, semi not right. Okay, it was incomplete actually. Was it their fault? Not entirely, but yeah. Do we need to do something about that? Most certainly. Another question is, can you be prepared in states like Uttar Pradesh and in cities like districts like Prayagraj, Muzaffarnagar, Mirzapur, Badaयूं? Can you be prepared? Like, this kind of preparedness usually goes for coastal areas, and we have a prepared mechanism for them. Like for Odisha, for Andhra Pradesh, for Gujarat, we have a prepared mechanism. We have force dedicated to it. So we are, the intensity, the casualty can be mitigated. The things are slightly prepared for. But here, it just came out of syllabus, out of nowhere. So what are we supposed to do? What is it, first of all? So usually in pre-monsoon seasons, there are storm, there are hailstorm, there is rain. Okay, various geographical phenomena would make you understand ki yes, the surface temperature is very high, so the hot air would rise. The cold air in the upper circulation coming from the west of Bengal, no sorry, the moist air coming from west of Bengal, because it's dry, okay, so it will carry moisture. The cold air coming from the western disturbances originating in Mediterranean Sea is coming slightly here, so it's in the upper circulation. From the ground level, the ground is so heated right now, the warm air is rising up, the moisture led air is coming from Bay of Bengal. So the circulation, the rain kind of circulation, the cloud formation is happening, and everything is happening as per the geographical phenomena. But the intensity, why the intensity is so strong suddenly, and was there like a warning that okay, this might go this way? No, it was like at the moment when it was happening, IMDb predicted it will be 60 kilometers to 80 kilometers at max, 90 then they revised. When it happened, only after that they got to know that it was at this intensity at certain points. Okay, we have seen a very heartbreaking picture of a man, of a poor man, putting on a tent, and he was just in the air for 50 meters above, and just completely, I mean, we cannot understand what the person must have been going through. But the question here is, the preparedness was not there, and we cannot be prepared like on that intensity, right? It just came out of syllabus for us. But the thing is ki this actually created a kind of distrust among people, that okay, some people started to take it, associated with religious things. Some people started to take it with okay, climate change. The literate part of the society, the very innocent part of the society, they have been debating on social media. But what is the cause? The cause is simple. We have land here which is heated 40 degree to 45 degree, which is extreme temperature already. The air from here, the air is again very heated, it's going upward, okay. In the upper circulation, we have air coming from the western end, okay, in the eastern direction. Western disturbances air is coming, which is cold in nature, okay. And from here we have Bay of Bengal wind, which is rain bearing wind by the way, and it is moisture laden wind is coming here. Okay, so this is the phenomena happening, plus it was forming a cloud, cumulonimbus clouds, which are rain bearing clouds in nature. Okay, so that formation was happening, but the intensity got so high that it was completely like we were in a very taken aback stage. Why it happened? The climate change could be one reason, plus the nature of western disturbances have completely changed over the year. Why? Earlier it used to come in winters. Okay, now it is coming slightly later in year, slightly in the spring or in the summer. That's the reason why it completely destroyed the rabi crop that we had. Okay, this year, like it was a rain kind of situation in late March to April, so we had that situation happening. Western disturbances have delayed itself. Okay, this phenomena will happen anyway. Okay, the land will be heated, the air will rise, there will be moisture, rain bearing wind coming from Bay of Bengal. That phenomena is happening, but this western disturbances caused much more, that made the situation much more complicated for us. Okay, so that's the situation here. Okay, now if we see what the article is about to say, thunderstorms frequently occur in pre-monsoon season, very understandable in North India, but the scale of devastation in Uttar Pradesh was much larger than the recent years, and here's why. Okay, so the thing is, couple of years back, one of the policy makers suggested the government that we might like to add lightning as one of the natural calamities because it claims more life than earthquake or than flood. So we still have lot to understand about the nature of calamities in India. We have lot to understand about the nature of preparedness that we have. We need to strengthen our meteorological, services, meteorological advancement. That's been said. That has to happen. But the problem here is there are certain elements of it that we cannot control. This is El Nino year. Okay, El Nino year. The heat is extreme. Okay, heat wave is extreme. So there are certain elements of it that is beyond our control, but the only advisable thing that we could say here is, if the sky is turning yellow, just stay inside. Okay, if the sky is turning yellow, just stay inside. Do not go near a tree. Be inside a concrete roof. Okay, if the roof is concrete, just stay inside. But can we educate a percentage of population that does not have the access to information? Can we do that? No, we cannot do that. And the problem here is the literate society, which have the access to the news, they can understand it. But what about the people who cannot understand it? What about the people who are living in the rural background of these areas? These are not metropolitan cities, these are not metropolis, these are very rural, backward backward places basically. Okay, so in this situation, it is very like a sorry state of situation here. And one more thing, that every time we have a calamity, it exposes the preparedness. Okay, like the alarming system we recently had on our phone was for what? Was for making the citizens aware of something is happening. Okay, that should have been more strengthened, that should have been used. Okay, so there are very basic elements of it that we would like to understand when it comes to our preparedness. There are basic elements of it. We cannot control the pre-monsoon situation because we have this tradition of growing up in a family and people saying do not go outside, Andhi is coming. Okay, so Andhi has been part of our life. Pre-monsoon showers, before pre-monsoon showers, we have this kind of situation. But here the situation is slightly different. How it is different? It is different in a way that the climate change is escalating. El Nino year is here. the western disturbance is bit late, not bit late, it's very late, and all this situation is kindly, exaggerating the problem. Okay, simply exaggerating the problem, I mean. Okay, so this is the situation we have. The geographical aspect of it might be, your for your exam perspective, for your prelims perspective, but the question here is, what is the preparedness, what is the next for us, what is the next for people who do not have the access of information, of awareness. Okay, so this kind of thing happens in, I mean, this kind of calamity, this kind of misadventure used to happen in so many years, in once in a lifetime kind of situation, but due to climate change it is happening one after the other. Okay, every year we have one news coming from one place which is completely devastating, which comes out of syllabus, which comes, which takes us, in with bare hand. So this is happening more fast, the frequency has increased, and it is advisable to understand the nature of it, to strengthen our research, to strengthen our monitoring systems, and make the preparedness well for it. Okay, so thank you all for understanding this. This is Ashwara. I am Ashwara, and thank you for listening.